We are now just 24 hours away. In fact, we're actually less than 24 hours away for one of the biggest updates around the crypto space, regulatory wise, from going live. And we're going to be talking about it. But first, we have a few things to address. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. If we actually look at a recent announcement from Ripple X Dev, they highlighted some of the key themes and major moments from XRP Ledger Apex 2024. We have this year's XRP Ledger Apex 2024 in vibrant Amsterdam was a record-breaking event. It featured 80 plus speakers, 60 plus sessions, and a diverse global community. Let's be honest, you want to dominate this next crypto cycle and make a ton of money. And the best way to do that is by being a part of the Discord. Currently, it is $100 per month, but the best part is that I'm offering you guys 7 days completely free. You get access to everything. You can cancel at any moment. You don't even have to get charged at all. And you get access to a ton of features like these ones listed out on the screen right now. And don't just take it from me. Check out some of the testimonials that are from members of the Discord. There is a ton of great insights being dropped in there every single day. You need to be a part of it. And if you guys aren't yet, at least just trial it and see if you like it. And you can do this by clicking the link down in the description below. Now, if we actually go over here, we could see what this was all focused on. So the key themes, institutional DeFi. Guys, the CTO of Ripple, David Schwartz himself, delivered a compelling presentation on the future of decentralized finance for institutions. He discussed the latest features being developed, such as the decentralized exchange, automated market maker, oracles, and the new lending proposal. These advancements aim to integrate compliance features that will enable institutions to engage more deeply with blockchain technology. Next up on the list is interoperability. Interoperability was another major focus at the XRP Ledger Apex 2024. Panels discussed how interoperability is crucial for creating a cohesive blockchain ecosystem where each chain can perform optimally. Axeler, a leading bridge provider, played a key role in these discussions, emphasizing the infrastructure needed to connect various blockchains seamlessly. The XRP Ledger EVM sidechain, developed in collaboration between Ripple and Persist, was a significant highlight. Announced to launch later in Q4, this sidechain will connect the main XRP ledger and allow developers from the Ethereum and Cosmos ecosystems to build on the XRP ledger. This initiative aims to attract new projects and developers, further expanding the XRP ledger community and capabilities. And last but not least, real world assets, obviously really kind of a core piece, if you will, around its institutional DeFi services. The XRP ledger provides a strong foundation for RWA tokenization and institutional grade DeFi, thanks to its proven reliability, efficiency, and its roadmap of comprehensive features such as the AMM, currently live on the XRP ledger, as well as the upcoming decentralized identifier, multi-purpose tokens capability, a lending protocol, and oracles. With this in mind, Ripple announced an extension to their existing collaboration with Archix, which is expected to bring hundreds of millions of dollars of tokenized real-world assets onto the XRP ledger over this coming year and establish the XRP ledger as one of the leading blockchains for RWA tokenization. Now, the major announcements: the stablecoin, Axeler is the main EVM sidechain bridge, renewed partnership with Archix, the XRP ledger Japan and Korea fund as well. These were the key ones. Now, the first one, right? That's what we're going to be focusing on in this video, which is, of course, the Ripple USD stablecoin. This is a game changer, and it's going to offer regulatory clarity, institutional integrations, and strong brand recognition. That's what the stablecoin is focused on. So if we think about that, right, this is all going to really bolster and strengthen Ripple's overall stance around the institutional grade side of things, which is also going to benefit the XRP ledger greatly, and even XRP, in my opinion. And outside of this, right, when we think about that, what's happening right now around crypto? Well, over here we have Monday, MiCA. Does your exchange need to react to MiCA by June 30th? This is a game changer for the entire space. A lot of people are anticipating this to actually create a black swan event around Tether. Don't know if that's going to be the case, But here we actually have, does your exchange need to react to MiCA by June 30th? Do you have branches in the EU, or do you market your operations in the EU in any form? We have yes, no. So if you're answering no, do you have Euro stablecoins on your exchange? And that's a no, that's a big deal. And if we have down here, no action required and action required as well. So if yes, then action is required. Euro stablecoins offered must be MiCA compliant. If the answer is no, well, again, you have no action required. But then on the left side, we have, do you have stablecoins on your exchange? And again, if the answer is yes, action required. Stablecoins offered to your EU users must be MiCA compliant. And if no, no action required. Now, what's interesting about this is, back in the middle of May, Kraken considered dropping USDT in Europe ahead of new regulations. This started to have everyone speculating on what's going to happen around Tether. What's this going to do for the space? Is it going to cause a big problem? Because we know that, Tether has a well over $100 billion plus market cap tied to it. Like, what's the deal? And then we also got Uphold delisting actually a few stablecoins, and USDT, aka Tether, was one of them. And this is going to happen from July 1st onward. Now, we also got a big announcement from Bitstamp. Action required by Bitstamp. See post below. This is from XRP Drops. Bitstamp drops Tether's Euro stablecoin, EURT, amid new MiCA rules. Now, I find this interesting because, Uphold delisted USDT, and Kraken was considering dropping USDT, but Bitstamp is dropping EURT, not to be confused with USDT. I wonder what's happening with USDT versus EURT. Obviously, their EuroPeg stablecoin is a big problem. I'm very interested to see what's going to be happening through a lot of these exchanges like Bitstamp or even Kraken, and if they will drop Tether itself, or in this case, USDT. What do you guys think? I'm very interested to see what happens next. Now, again, all of this going back to the stablecoin by Ripple, I saw a lot of people saying like, oh, this is going to be very good for Ripple. The thing is that Ripple stablecoin is not yet announced. It's not fully operational. It's not live. This will, however, be very good for Circle, which we do know has been pretty compliant since pretty much day one. Now, we also know that Brad Garlinghouse and a few other ones have been speculating on if Circle is in a good financial position to truly peg Circle, like USDC, if it did depeg, because again, Ripple said, or I should say Brad Garlinghouse said that Ripple would be able to repeg their stablecoin if anything did happen in a very quick way because of how strong their balance sheet is, which allowed them to really kind of say like, hey, we have an upper hand over Circle because our balance sheet is technically stronger than Circle's. So realistically speaking, if RLUSD was live right now, I would argue that it would probably be one of the strongest stablecoins within this space. And I do question, when this does come out, what type of valuation will this stablecoin have? I do think that it's going to bolster a ton of market capitalization. I also think that's going to see a significant amount of adoption. I've been seeing a lot of naysayers and the opposite, but in my opinion, I think that's going to be huge. Now, outside of this, big shout out to Smoke Dog, because as we do prepare for MiCA, because remember, MiCA starts, guys, June 30th. It's gonna be an interesting time on what happens going forward, but by July 1st, which, guess what? That's Monday. I know on the 30th, it does get enacted, but on the 1st is when we'll start to see the big things change. By the 1st, things around this entire space are going to change drastically. And I think that this is going to accelerate regulatory movements around the whole world. So this is going to change the entire, like everything is going to change from here on out, in my opinion, around regulatory movement. So we have Ripple's presence in Europe before MiCA regulations. XRP is currently the third most traded cryptocurrency in Europe, only coming behind Bitcoin and Ethereum. This dominance should not be overlooked, as it is a testament to the preference of investors in this region. As a preferred asset for EU traders, XRP is already ahead of the majority of the crypto market regarding establishing popularity in the midst of crypto regulation. And here we have preferred assets for European traders in 2023, and XRP is third up on that list. Then over here we have Ripple third with 8.7 billion euros traded versus Ethereum at 13.2 billion and also Bitcoin at about 32 billion. Now, beyond this, let's go over here. So we have 3 more days. Again, this got posted on the 27th. We are now looking at, less than 24 hours away. 3 more days. MiCA takes force in Europe. Paul Barron and Cody Carbone question the status quo of America. I go to members of Congress and I say, wake up. Check this out.
We've had Tom Emmer on our show probably a year and a half, 2 years ago, when he was really kind of coming onto the scene. I like Tom. I don't feel like he really helped us in moving the ball forward until Patrick McHenry kind of came into the game and we started to see some action within. And there could have been, I won't say that was negative for Tom Emmer, because there could have been a lot of, and most likely was, a lot of political maneuvers being done. But man, how slow is this when you look at what's happening right now with MiCA? You look at this chart right here, the implementation phase on MiCA alone. We are now getting ready to, or I say we, the industry for blockchain in Europe is getting ready to launch. We are going to see real change going forward with MiCA. And when you look at that and then you add in this component right here, this is Blueprint. This is the compliant disclosures for crypto projects in the EU. Already ready. Before they roll this out, before we're going to start seeing stablecoins roll out within the EU, this seems like it's light years ahead of where the United States is.
You're not wrong. I mean, we have dropped the ball, and I think there's been a very elitist mindset in Washington. When you look at these other jurisdictions that are moving along and going forward, and when you've got a brain drain in the US of talent and companies going overseas, I go to members of Congress and I say, wake up. Like, what are you doing? And this mindset that I've been hit with for so long has been, we'll figure it out. Who's really going to leave Silicon Valley or New York or the UK
That's
or
the
Singapore?
Worst attitude to have. That's the worst attitude to have.
It's awful. And I think this isn't, the .com boom. This isn't 2000s where it was difficult for those folks in Silicon Valley and New York to
we owned it.
Where you owned it.
There was nobody even close to us, without a doubt. Right. Now this is a global effort that's happening everywhere. But I look at the actions that are happening on Capitol Hill. I was just looking at Eleanor Terrace.
There you guys have it. And again, this is completely different than the .com boom, right? Like, we now have legitimate problems arising outside of the US, and the US is falling behind greatly. And, I do think that that's what MiCA is going to do. I think that it's going to put a big push and a lot of pressure on the US. And this is why I say, everything is about to change. Regulatory wise, watch the regulatory side of the crypto, because MiCA, this is going to be the accelerant. This is going to be the accelerant for the space. Now, beyond that, let's go over here to Hong Kong has also been preparing for Ripple stablecoin RLUSD for some time now, because, all of these areas have been preparing for it. We have Hong Kong actually just launched this year a stablecoin sandbox, and for the past 18 months or so, they literally went worldwide and talking to Circle, Ripple, Visa, Alibaba of the world to make sure that government really are on top of regulations, to basically have very clear guidelines to approve various different institutions to be able to support stablecoins. Check it out.
How important is the stablecoin world to the broader crypto ecosystem, and how vulnerable is it to U.S. regulation?
I think stablecoin worldwide is a super important topic. U.S. in many sense, I think, being sitting in Silicon Valley, we need to get ahead of the game, because I'm looking at Hong Kong, actually just launched this year the stablecoin sandbox. And for the past 18 months or so, they literally went worldwide and talking to Circle, Ripple, Visa, Alibaba of the world to make sure that government really are on top of regulations, to basically have very clear guidelines to approve various different institutions to be able to support stablecoins. So in that sense, in the cross-border payment, if we just purely let other people to define what stablecoin is about, it's really not good for the long-term finance ecosystem. So I think U.S. really we need to get our act together to catch up with in Europe with MiCA, or in Hong Kong or Singapore, which is already have very clear regulation to support it.
And there you guys have it. And again, yeah, this is exactly what is going to happen. We need to step up. We need to start moving forward. Or else, guess what? We are going to be significantly left behind. And that's why I'm looking at what MiCA is going to do. How is this going to affect the broader industry? How is this going to affect the regulatory moves and the current regulatory landscape in the US, in the UK, in these areas around the world that have for the longest time wanted to become the hubs? Because, you know, if you're the hub of technology, I don't think that I need to tell you how big of a deal it is, because we saw how big of a deal it was with Silicon Valley, with, you know, Google and Amazon and all of them popping up in the US. And, you know, the US has dominated the tech, you know, area for so long, but now we're starting to see dominance usurped from the US because of how long it's taking us to support US based companies like, for example, Ripple. So I do think that this is going to change the entire landscape. I think that this is going to put immense amount of pressure on the US. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, though. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you guys did enjoy the video, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.